Now our next topic is separating the components of mixture. As we know, mixture are impure substances. They can be divided into pure substances. To get these pure substances or our desirable substances, we need some separation methods. And to separate the components of a mixture, we take advantage of their characteristic properties like color, size, shape, solubility, melting, boiling points. For example, to match your blue shirt, you can separate blue buttons from an assortment of buttons of different colors. So let's start all these methods. First of all, magnetic separation. It's clear from its name, magnetic means magnet will use to separate the magnetic substances from the ordinary substance. Suppose you have mixture of chalk and iron fillings. Then you will bring this magnet near to the mixture. All the iron fillings, as they are magnetic substances, they will attract towards this magnet and chalk powder will remain. So this is known as magnetic separation. A method such as this in which magnet is used to separate the components of a mixture, that is known as magnetic separation. Second one is evaporation. Oftenly we use this method for separating a solid from its solution. For example, salt from its aqueous solution. Meaning of aqueous means water. Meaning of aqueous is water. So in this separating method, we will take the solution of water and salt or sand. Whenever water will be heated, then water will evaporate and residue will left, whether it is salt or sand. So this is known as evaporation method. Next is crystallization. While you dissolve any solute into solvent, solute means suppose you are dissolving sugar into water, water will be solvent. So one stage will come. Suppose you have 1 glass of water, you have filled half with water, halfly you have filled it with water, then you are pouring little bit amount of sugar, sugar will dissolve in it, then another spoon of sugar you will dissolve, that will dissolve easily in it. Fourth, fifth, that spoon also dissolve in it. One stage will come when this dissolving will be stopped, and when you will heat this solution, means solute and solvent, both amount is mostly equal to each other. You will try to heat this solution. One stage will come when solution will become very thick. As your mama make sugar syrup at home. Sugar syrup means the sugary water or syrup which is used to make the gulab jamuns or jalebi. Oftenly we make it at home also. So that is also a solution. If you will try to heat this solution more and more, then one stage will come when water will not be evaporated from this solution. It will become very thick. If you will try to make it cool, then after some time, while it will cool down, you will see small crystals, shining crystals on the surface of that solution. These crystals are known as crystals. Now see here, while evaporating a solution, a stage comes when amount of solvent becomes very little. This solution is called concentrated solution. Means less amount of solvent, that will be known as concentrated solution. When it is allowed to cool slowly, crystals of the substance dissolved start separating. The process is known as crystallization. These crystals, they are very tiny small particles, they having their shiny surfaces and they have their own shapes. It is used to obtain a substance in pure state. Next is obtaining common salt from seawater. Method is used on a large scale to obtain common salt from sea water. This is very simple method. Sea water contains salt and many other minerals also. So we can call it a salt solution. Sea water is collected in shallow pits dug on the seashore. The heat of the sun makes the water evaporate. When enough water is evaporated, the solution becomes concentrated and salt becomes to crystallize. Then this salt is purified and it is mixed with chemical like sodium iodide. This mixture is iodized table salt. Sodium iodide contains iodine, which is very important for our health. With the lack of iodine in our diet, it may cause disease goiter. Third method is dissolution and evaporation. This method is useful when one component of solid mixture is soluble, for example salt or sugar, in the solvent, that is known as water, and other is not, for example sand. So we have taken here three mixtures, three components. One is water, second one is salt, and third one is sand. You will try to dissolve all these three components and you will stir them vigorously. Then you will warm it from time to time so that all the salt dissolve in the water. Then you will filter, wash the residue 4-5 times with hot water, evaporate the filtrate to dryness in a china dish. You will obtain a white solid which is nothing but salt. The residue on the filter paper is sand, which can be dried in the sun. Now see here, you have taken the solution or mixture of salt, sand and water. Then you will try to make it warm. Salt will dissolve into the water. Then you will pour it very slowly into this funnel. Here sand will collected on this filter paper. Filter paper will be arranged over there and salty solution, it will come down. So sand is separated from the salty solution. When you will heat this salty solution, only salt will left and whole amount of water will evaporate.